if you're someone who's been keeping an eye on our taxes as well, you realize that the COVID-19 levy stands abolished for the 2026 fiscal year. Hasn't taken effect just as yet. Be mindful. It hasn't taken effect just as yet. The amendment bill has been laid in Parliament, and so it will go through the paces, and then it will finally be repealed. That is the expectation as well. So quite a lot for us to chew on, if I can use the words of Helena Piampo rightly. A lot for us to chew on, and we will be chewing on a lot more than just Helen's words, because she's back finally after more than 3 decades on leave.
I've been waiting for you guys. See how eager I was to come back to work. Look at my iron stain. I got the iron hot.
I'm so sorry.
Forever, you see the evidence of my eagerness and the evidence of my excitement in my shirt. We are back, and like you said, a lot for us to chew on. A lot for us to sink our teeth into.
Absolutely.
A lot for you and I to ruminate on. A lot for you and I to ponder. Yes, I'm back. I'm back with the vocabs.
Back with all of the vocabs.
All of the vocabs. Good to see you as well.
And the listeners have missed you as well, because every now and then they were asking about your whereabouts and as well as Johnny's, and so it's nice to have you back, and I'm sure that's a lot of excitement for them as well.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back. I have been keeping tabs as well. Hadn't been feeling too well at some point, but I'm back to peak health. So in all things, we give praise to the Maker. Very excited to be back. Hey, Mother Ghana. Said there is no time where there is no excitement in the hemisphere.
What is exciting you this time around?
I mean, from excitement to tragedy to, things to do with our economy, our kinkenomics, and all of that.
Kinky. You miss kinky when you are away.
All of it. Today, if I tell you what I've planned on the menu too.
Ask them what you are going to
Oh la la.
No, you have to take it easy.
I won't take
allow
it easy.
the digestive system
I will not allow anybody. Nobody will acclimatize.
You are going to feel it everything.
Today. Yesterday, I was just there lying in bed. I'm not even joking. Looking at all the different foods that I'd missed. I was looking at the bunebun. And I said, let me Google pictures of red.
Oh my goodness.
And I Googled pictures of Ampisi. Be there. Today is today. But how have you been, Mauna?
We've been well. Holding it all together.
What would we do without Eric, Mawena, Egbeta, Egberus?
We've been around, just tired here and there, trying to juggle a few things in and around. But
reinforcement is back. Fear not.
Always thankful. I mean that we wake up and we come here every day, and so that's a lot to be excited about.
Absolutely.
I love radio. I mean that's never been in doubt.
Oh, same. People often ask, what's the preference? Something very intimate, isn't it, about radio? The connection with the people that listen to you feels deeper.
Exactly, and also because I grew up with it. I'll be very honest. I grew up with radio, and I just until recently, where it had to do with the streaming and everything. I mean, radio was pretty much somebody's listening to you. They can't make out the individual who it is that's speaking. It took me close to 15 years to get to know what some of the people I grew up listening to look like as well, and so I've loved it.
Oh, these days you don't have the luxury because we're high tech now. There's a camera here. There's a camera here. I enjoy when nobody knew how big my nose was.
That anonymity. That
welcome.
Microphone is hitting.
We can still hear him.
His microphone was.
I have missed her. You are muting me.
No, I was.
You're unmuted. You're unmuted now.
Helen Appear Ampofu.
Hey,
welcome back to Galamsey Water. Hey, Galamsey Cassava.
I was thinking about that though. I say, hey.
Did you bring imported water?
No, please, I couldn't bring imported water. I'm not part of the demographic that can afford to do that. They give you strict suitcase allowance. I have to put you people your chocolate in there and socket it. Make sure that it arrives. Make sure that your goodies arrive in one.
Now that the chocolate is in, we have forgiven you.
Hey,
chocolate over water.
How many cases have you won in the last 3.5 weeks?
They almost sentenced him to insam.
Mawana, you've been naughty.
When did I become the I'm even surprised I was being sentenced.
If there's anybody on this team that you need to represent for wrongdoing, it can never be Eric.
It cannot.
Mawana Egbata.
You know,
there are others who I know will call you from counter back. I'm not mentioning any names. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. I'm not mentioning any names.
My reputation speaks for me.
Abiyam, good morning. Some people no, I'm just clearing my throat. I'm just clearing my throat. But if there's anybody on this team that will call 6 at midnight from counter back, there are worst behaved members of this team. Let me vouch for Mawana. But it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good.
Council. Your republic is always very, very busy.
Yes, we have to give you people something to chew on at every time.
Something to bite on.
Yeah, we cannot, if we leave you, you'll be too idle by, and they say the devil finds work for the idle man. We want you to be busy.
Now, one thing that I was so eager to see, even in between clinic appointments, was the vetting of CJ nominee. And it did not disappoint. And I didn't have too much time on my hands. So I was thinking, okay, at least we'll get into the proceedings. I'll be able to watch a bit of it, make the appointment, come back and finish. And from the word go, ready, set, pay, I knew I was in for a blockbuster of a vetting process.
And they didn't fail you?
They did not fail me. From that,
I'm sure you won't watch movie for the next one month.
I don't even need to. I said, wow. Things in Parliament are certainly heating up or have heated up to a different degree, to the boiling point.
But I'm sure you had time to follow the UK Parliament.
No.
Are we not doing better than them?
Oh, trust me. They also have their patupa and their tit for tat and that kind of banter that we see here. I don't think our parliament is anything that extraordinary. I know sometimes we're scandalized by what happens on and off the floor.
I've fallen in love with the opposition leader, the leader of the Conservative Party. The
Nigerian?
Yeah, the Nigerian.
But she's not the leader. She missed out on being leader.
Oh, really? She is.
Hang on.
I've known she's been leader. As to whether the people wanted her to
there was a
to the position.
Vote. Hang on.
How recent? The last time I checked the handles. I think it was within the week. Yes.
Bad knock. I think that's how because of the Nigerian pronunciation, it's a bit of a struggle. But
and I see that
she's big on immigration,
I don't want to air my political views on that side of the pond.
No.
They are not listening. Relax.
You can.
Relax.
Calm down.
Because the same way they have
your entry and exit are still guaranteed.
So you don't have to be afraid.
Oh, how do you mean how? But it's also another topic over there that has a lot of passionate divide. So you've got the Conservatives and then you've got Labour. So the Conservative, aka the Tories versus Labour. Also a very polarized society, I can't lie. Although when it comes to issues of national importance, I think I see a lot more cohesiveness there. And you find members in the same party not shy to out each other or, critique each other's views and opinions. And that is something I think we sometimes see over here. So I can't discredit our own parliament so much. Although here, once one side takes its position, everybody seems to agree, whether they like it or not.
The whole caucus follows. No one within disagrees. There's no inner principle. What leader says is what it is.
Someone might take exception to that when you say inner principle. Because they'll tell you, hey, please, it's only after the fact.
I think the only time we ever saw that from our parliament was in the removal of Ken Ofori-Atta, or the push for the removal of Ken Ofori-Atta.
That's true.
That was the only time we ever saw, within the ranks, people actually openly disagreeing with their
internal
leadership.
dissent.
Yes. But we never release it on both sides. NDC and people, we never ever see that. Everyone is whipped into line.
Yeah.
The whip system here is very, very strong. Because
it's like a class prefect.
You not return to Parliament.
That's true. That's
like
true.
So that whip system is very, very, sometimes too effective to the detriment of the people, actually.
Yeah.
Too effective to the detriment of the people, but it is very, very effective.
I think it's made at the risk of being hauled before the Privileges Committee. I think it makes our Parliament too dramatic, needlessly, actually, and should I say unserious. When you look at the times, the some of the debates, the push and pull, and you ask yourself, is this really a lookout for and in the interest of we the people, or it's a display of or an attempted show of knowledge? You think you know, me too, I know. You know the Constitution, me too, I know the Constitution. You know the standing orders, me too, I know the standing orders. Then we can be on one issue for 3 hours. And you're asking yourself,
I think the vetting is fresh on your mind.
No, even yesterday. Yesterday,
I see.
I'll be very honest. The budget reading started at 5:40. You know,
approval, the vetting, then the approval process, the on the floor discussions of the report. We saw what happened. The budget started after 5 p.m.
5:40. I was
5:40.
And Ghanaians are busy. We're busy people, honorables.
No, but we have time to follow.
But we're busy.
I know that our handles, the TV3 and 3FM handles, were very busy the whole of yesterday.
But for the average Ghanaian who also is looking for efficiency, we want to follow the proceedings. You keep us stuck on one issue. How do we follow throughout?
I think Ghanaians are following for the drama. I don't think
not
that,
for
you
the
see,
substance.
with all due respect to Parliament, I think Ghanaians are following you for the entertainment of it. I think we should begin to relook.
I have to agree with you, Sixtus, because you look forward to it because you are waiting for what so and so is going to say. The ghost bass.
That's what we are looking.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
not for the substance
that cannot be the entirety of all our Parliament is about.
That should not be.
Yeah.
That should not be.
You are eager for a showdown, not to really see or hear.
So I was here with Kunzo. The moment we went live on TV, then we checked the handles. Oh, we're already in the 3 case. That's it. People want to see the drama, the entertainment. They are bored to death, so they want to follow and laugh. Then they'll comment. They say, Afenyo 1, Ayarga 0. Or Ayarga 1, Afenyo 0. That is not what it should be. That is not it. So we are, I don't know. But I think that we are missing the point. And it's becoming way too dramatic. It's becoming way too... Speaker did something that I liked yesterday, and I was asking myself whether the same thing could have happened at the vet. And he would wait for you to speak, then he would say all that you have said expunged from the records. See the back and forth between majority leader and minority leader on the day of the vetting.
Yeah.
And that one single statement that the minority leader sought to read took us 3 hours.
That's right.
3 hours to read one statement.
And it appears the majority leader has also decided by himself that he will not allow the minority leader proceed on a certain tangent.
No, he
That's
actually
right.
said that.
And will use the rules to police him all throughout.
No, they were both using the rules. In fact, everybody was using the rules. And the funny thing about the law is that you can always try to bring it to your side.
That's right. How I
Anyways.
interpret it is how I interpret it. You to interpret your own. All right.
We'll get into the papers.
Yes, Daily Just newspaper. It says news behind the news, and it is only 5 Ghana cedi. So if you cannot buy any paper, this one there
You can buy it.
They are along the Teshi Bush Road. That's where they are located. And what we may all be interested in: Elwak recruitment tragedy. 2 senior military officers sacked. I don't know which page the story is on. Okay, it says full story on page 3. I'll come back to that. I'm eager to know the names of the senior officers. Government to blow 357 billion Ghana cedis in 2026. Also on page 3. Yes. Also,
when you say to blow, it's like you're wasting the money.
Oh, you can always tell. See, from the headline, you can always tell where the writer.
Wasn't they say you're going to blow the money? It sounds like it's for pure entertainment.
Exactly.
I'm going to blow this cash.
Full wastage. DNA test splits Samuel Abronye's family with US-based widow. And also, page 3 is busy. All the headline stories are on page 3.
Just page 3 is busy.
Parliament confirms disputed Chief Justice after minority rejection. I told you, you can always tell. Gov't Mensah goes home finally after meeting Bill. Whoa. We even forgot about her.
That's right. I saw this story. I think it was Tuesday that she went home. Tuesday, that would have been November 11th. She was able to meet this, I think it was 10 million cedi bail conditions. And now she's back home.
No, but politicians, let me ask you something. Why is it that when they arrest one person, you see the whole town up in arms? When they arrest another person, nobody's minding. Why?
What are you trying to say about Gov't? You say Gov't support was low.
Just, very, very low. It's not just Gov't, the former Buffer Stock CEO.
Initially, he had some small, I remember,
sympathy. People were raising concerns.
Buffer Stock, I think this is a month ago when his Wahala started. At least 6 of his townsmen, Master Badiyoko. Since then, I've not seen anybody else.
So politicians, why is it that some of you, is it? Well, let me not say what is in my head.
Say it. I'm not sure it can be that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
I know exactly what he's going to say.
So just say it.
It's not
people
bad.
Tune in to listen to you. So just say it.
Is it that some of you are doing Edidija?
I said it.
Because it doesn't make sense to me. It cannot be that, Wuntumi and his general manager, that's different. Wuntumi is a politician. The general manager is not.
Yeah.
So he's not known. So that's a distinction we can make.
But now I'm sure certain people are wishing they had also given him some of that support to mitigate his now current position on the proceedings. Yes. So hopefully moving forward, that will take a cue from that.
So please, we beg you. You see, you have to let everybody benefit too, so that it's something come. We can.
The same way when Chatawale was in trouble. Look at the massing up that happened.
President.
But let them go and lock up another person right now. I'll mention the name.
Who?
I won't say it. Go and lock that person right now. Nobody will be there. Depends on your pool.
I can tell you that there's even no cause to pick up the president of the BIM nation to talk about.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
No, that's where you were headed.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I think people would mass up for BIM president.
We do the right things. We don't.
I'm not sure there will be a need to pick him up.
That will never happen.
I did even mention this person's name.
BIM all the way. So I think that, one last one. Minority takes on government over 1.4 billion unlawful withdrawal from District Assembly Common Fund. Okay, I'm interested in this one. When was this? And Parliament confirmed, I've taken that. Mustafa Hamid sues OSP for 20 million defamation suit. So pages 2 and 3 on the Daily Gist newspaper are very busy today. When you pick the paper, you just open to those ones.
Okay, I'll do the Punch Africa. They say truth stands. Also going for 5 Ghana cedis since 6 has decided to lead the way and how much each of the paper costs. Mahama consoles stampede victims at 37. Our story is on page 7. Where it comes with a picture of the president when he was there on Wednesday. COVID levy abolished, VAT reduced to 20% and airport development fees. Story as well on page 7. Energy Ministry, NPA move to protect LPG investment. Kodua blasts Abronye. I'll be interested to see what that blasting is. And Naimos halts Galamsey in Eastern Region. Justice Bafo Boni approved as CJ. Helen.
All right, let me take you to another 5-city Ghana newspaper. And that is the Custodian newspaper. So if you were to pick up all three, a cool 15 Ghana cities. But the stories are quite similar. So pick the one where
you can afford to
the
buy
pictures are
all
bright.
three and still drink cocoa. I mean, the economy is not that good. So
the ATO is allegedly still forcing. So, okay, get yourself all three and have a look. The minority.
I went to buy fuel 100 Ghana last night and I was happy.
You were feeling cool?
I was happy.
Hey.
At least it can take me, it has brought me to take me home. It will bring me again tomorrow morning, maybe take me back home.
If you don't take any detours, it will bring you back, but it's a Friday.
For a man who takes a lot of detours.
Hey, your mic is off, Mauna. Your mic is off. The Custodian newspaper this morning.
Detours that bring money.
Your mic is off.
No, I'm saying detours that
not every detour is.
He's still talking.
Minority.
Detours that bring money. I know what I'm saying.
Accuses ATO forcing of illegal 1.4 billion Ghana City District Assembly Common Fund withdrawal. You've also got the picture of Honorable Frank Anodompre here. He's the minority chief whip. Government to spend over 357 billion in 2026. You've also got Reverend John Intimfojo, a ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee, pictured here. And the story is as follows. Minority demands suspension of military recruitment exercise, of course, on the back of what has happened, the tragedy that we will be sinking our teeth into some more. Dragging Ahafo residents to Kumasi, unfair and unjust. Dr. Boako fumes. Mahama unveils in Kokon Kitinkiti initiative to reduce poultry imports. I take you to the back page of the Custodian newspaper. Government to create 800,000 jobs, and that's coming from Minister of Finance, Dr. Kasiel ATO forcing. Government may struggle to match 2025 budget discipline, and that's come up in a lot of these fiscal discussions off the back of the budget reading.
Because IMF leaves in May of next year.
I see.
And that's always been the problem. Right after, then we begin on the slippery slope.
The pattern that we see.
Headed downwards and downwards and downwards. So that's the concern. But the finance minister has reiterated in the strongest of terms that that's not going to happen.
We've heard some of these reiterations before, but as citizens, as the saying goes, we live to see. IMF will no longer be sitting on our necks with a cane, with a chair at the ministry, watching our every move. Will we be able to manage our own affairs? Let's wait and see.
Somebody said, the painful part is that the people they bring to supervise masters and PhD students to come and supervise how our professors are handling it. It's painful, though.
Yeah.
It is well.
Now who causes?
I don't think it's been a problem of a lack of know-how or competence to manage the things. It's just a deliberate refusal to do it. Reason why it's like always we're needing supervision of some sort.
It's not cool. But finally, fellow Ghanaians, you'll be interested in this one. Energy Ministry to distribute some 457,000 LPG stoves to citizens in 2 years. That's coming from the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. In some 2 years, you can get your hands on one of these LPG stoves. And that's what I've got here for. Yes. In 2 years. Sixus, there was a story that you were very eager to get into.
Yes,
I don't know whether it was
military one.
Okay, I thought it was because I see Gov't here.
Yes, so I was coming to comment on the headline actually. You see, it says Gov't Owari Mensah goes home finally. And then it adds from NIB cells. You see, goes home, and when you add the finally, it's a phrase that is used in Ghana for the unfortunate.
Oh, as in when you pass away.
Yes. So I
didn't get it in that context as well. I'll be very because we also know that she has had a lot of troubles in terms of meeting the bill
jump up immediately. But I'm saying, could we have
subsequent readings has also drawn attention.
Way, goes home finally. Well, so I went to check the editor of the paper. Then that gave me another surprise. Because the editor is an editor I knew with another paper. Anyway, let me read the other one.
All right, certainly. So we pause that one.
So let me do I'll come back to the editor.
All right.
So Elwak recruitment tragedy, 2 military officers sacked.
Really?
And the sacked is in quotes. So the affected officers are so let
their
me
names
take it
given.
from
Their
this.
names were given.
Military sources have confirmed that the officers in charge of supervising the Accra Recruitment Center have been ordered to step aside to allow for a transparent and independent investigation into the circumstances that led to the fatal incident. That's normal. The affected officers are Air Commodore Thomas Nifio Okai, Director General Human Resources, Defense Headquarters, and Colonel Matthew Kwesi Asuka, Director of Personnel Administration, have been asked to step aside. Subsequently appointed Commodore Francis Nyako to take over from Air Commodore Okai, while Colonel Kusi Dako is taking over as Director of Personnel. The decision, described by insiders as a disciplinary and precautionary measure, aims to ensure accountability and restore public trust in the recruitment process. And the replacement forms part of broader internal reforms ordered by the Military High Command to prevent a recurrence of such lapses in future recruitment processes. So two senior officers asked to step aside. I think I'll prefer that phrasing.
As compared to sacked.
Yeah,
for a moment I thought they had identified individuals with such record speed and action had been taken against them.
It's actually too early because the investigations are even yet to commence, I believe.
That's right.
So they've been asked to step aside so the investigations can be conducted. So it's a normal thing. I don't think we should blow it. Ultimately, they are in charge, so it's normal that they are asked to step aside so that the investigations can happen. It is our prayer that once you find which particular officer said, all of you go inside, or shouted at them and caused fear and panic for them to fall and step on themselves, then we can deal with the specific individuals. Because I don't believe that the Air Commodore and the Colonel seated in their offices would have given such orders.
Right.
Yes, their job would have been to put in place the needed or relevant protocols. If the protocols were not in place, then we deal with them. If the protocols were in place, but the implementing officers failed to implement, then we deal with them.
I think it's just a principle of ultimate responsibility, which could actually drill its way to the very, very top. But in terms of how everything was done, I'm sure it will start from the ground. The men on the ground who were supervising that have a lot of questions to answer.
That's right.
That's one thing. As much as we will hold the overall leadership to account, because it is under your leadership that X and X has happened. This rather unfortunate incident has happened. I'm always conflicted when these issues come up, and yes, I believe in the principle of ultimate responsibility, but almost always when the plan is put together, the implementers one way or the other put you in trouble, as is in this case. And like Sixtus is saying, Air Commodore being in his office, he's not sure will issue an order for such a thing to happen, but the persons on the ground are the ones who are facilitating this, and possibly something or an order which should have come, an order which should not have come, could have led to what it is that happened. So in finding and identifying the individuals, it will not just be the people, Air Commodore and the other who have been asked to step aside. it must involve the persons who are on the ground as well. Because, and I'm sure they will do it, and interview the applicant as well, because they will understand what happened in the circumstances which led to the stampede. It's very, very important in helping us understand
that is where
what happened.
Officers on the ground come in.
Yeah. So that's where they will come in.
Well, connected to that story is this one here captured on page 2 of the Custodian newspaper. So the minority is demanding a suspension of the military recruitment exercise. The minority in Parliament has called for the immediate nationwide suspension of the ongoing military recruitment exercise to allow for comprehensive reforms aimed at ensuring safety of applicants and transparency. The appeal followed a tragic stampede at the Elwak Sports Stadium on Wednesday, November 12, where 6 people lost their lives. Tragically, we know these 6 individuals are all females. And several others sustained injuries. When they visited
the homes, they were so devastated.
I mean, can you imagine? We've got them pictured here on the front page of the Daily Gist.
I saw one of the videos, and the mother could not just help it. I mean, I can't fathom the sort of anguish or pain she'd be going through right now, and I can only pray that the good Lord will give her strength in this very, very difficult moment.
Commiserations to the family and friends of these individuals who've lost their lives. Well, members of Parliament on the Defence and Interior Committee visited victims receiving treatment at the 37 Military Hospital. During the visit, the ranking member, Reverend John Ntimfojo, emphasized underscore the need for government to provide adequate compensation for the victims and their families. I'm quoting here, and he says, "We are appealing that in the best interest of safeguarding the lives of potential recruits, all nationwide recruitment exercises should be put on hold, not just in Accra. It must be halted so that a good job can be done in probing, reviewing, and reforming. And then, when we put in optimum measures, we can recommence the process." All right.
Should I take you to the government to blow 3?
Yes, I think we'll be going through an excerpt of it this morning as well from the finance.
Custodian says to spend, Daily Gist says to blow.
All
right.
So I think I will go with
to blow.
To blow.
No. I think.
Well, I want to hear, because to blow sounds more exciting.
To spend. So, but then let's see the details. Maybe the editor has good reason to want to use the word blow.
Yes.
It says, and there's a very small corner on page 3 of the paper
that's where they put the story. The way you said a small corner, that's what I'm saying. Is that where they put the story? Because you can't to write blow and then you go and blow there is massive. If you are blowing 300 and something billion, it is massive. So to say blow and then you go and keep it in a small corner.
And the story is by Daniel Bampo. He says the NDC government. Hey God. Has unveiled an ambitious spending plan for 2026, projecting total expenditure to reach 357 billion Ghana cedis, marking one of the highest appropriations in the nation's fiscal history. You read the lead of that story.
All right. So in the Custodian, where we're told government is to spend over 357 billion Ghana cedis, the intro is as follows. Government is requesting for parliamentary approval of a total amount of, and it's over 357 billion Ghana cedis for its expenditure for the 2026 fiscal year. Yes, that's the intro.
Well, I think Custodian is more tempered than that. Anyway, so the Daily Gist says it reflects government's commitment to balancing fiscal consolidation with growth-oriented investments in infrastructure, education, health, and job creation under the 24-hour economy and big push infrastructure program. But no allocation was made for the 24-hour economy, raising concerns among pundits. Budget built on big spending, debt payments and interest burden, infrastructure and growth. Well, I think, to be fair, we should make the point that the figure looks big, but break that figure down amongst the projects or along the project line, and then you see whether below is a fair descriptive.
Right.
Because if the roads to be constructed alone, and I have heard the president say that if any contractor comes to tell us that he has not been given money, so he will stop the project, that contractor is lying to us. We should hold the contractor responsible, because the finance minister is releasing funding for all the big push projects. And I always say that I want you to state your position, then I hold you to it. So if in the coming 1 year, the Wa Heng Tumu Road is not done, then I know that the contractor on that stretch is in trouble, because President has told me that money has been released. If the contractor wants to say that the president lied to we the people, then the contractor should say that, well, whatever the president told you people, it was for the cameras, but behind the scenes, nothing has been released to me. Then we can take it from there. So if you look at the expenditure lines, then I think that the 357 billion is a figure that shouldn't be described as a blow.
Because the
custodian paper itself even says no allocation was made to the 24-hour economy. So even after saying the figure is big or is huge, it is identifying one critical area that
there's been no funding.
allocation.
I think that that one must also bring the 24-hour economy into the conversation. And to highlight that maybe that promise has been made and there seems to be no commitment towards financing, or shall I say advancing the cause of the 24-hour economy. That's what I don't know gleaning.
I don't know the reasoning, but I'm asking, does the 24-hour economy actually need a budget line on its own? Because the implementation is at the unit levels.
Yeah.
Right.
So NPA will have to implement 24-hour economy. So that portion of the budget should go to NPA.
Right.
Roads Ministry is to implement 24-hour economy. So that portion of the budget should go to Roads Ministry.
I think what will come up for a conversation is, there's a setup of a secretariat.
Yes. So something for the secretariat to run on.
Perhaps in terms of coordination.
But the
in terms of coordination and
is it not under the Office of Government Machinery?
No, they were setting up an entire.
For now, does it not sit at the presidency?
Yes, for now it sits, but there is a conversation to have an entire institution.
There was. We don't know, because it created, and you recall.
No, we had this discussion.
There's a bill that's supposed to go to Parliament to create the institution of the 24-hour economic secretariat. That's I'm not sure. I think I just have to check. Hasn't gone yet, and so perhaps there's an area of concern, maybe, but the point you make is very valid, that it will go to implementing agents.
Yeah.
Because some of the institutions already tell us they are operating 24 hours.
Because I think, Sixers, we had a banter back and forth about whether or not, and I said
it needed a separate.
Yes,
entity.
and I said, it shouldn't sit at the presidency, because sometimes we see that when things sit there and there's a change of regime, for whatever reason, the projects that sit there seem to go along with whatever regime is in place. It doesn't seem to have continuity as opposed to maybe being set up under a different umbrella. But, well, we live to see. What the custodian does do, though, is give us a breakdown of what the various amounts are going to be allocated to. Interestingly, out of this 357 billion Ghana cedis that government is to blow, if you're reading the Daily Gist, if that's how you spent your 5 cedis, 90.8 billion Ghana cedis of that is for compensation.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean salaries, pensions, gratuities, and that is 25% of the budget alone.
Yeah.
So when you start to break it down in that manner, you see
25% of the budget.
Yes.
2026. It's for salaries.
It's for salaries.
Compensations,
all of that.
And all of that.
And we are saying the 9% is not enough.
What 9%?
As in the wages went up by 9%.
25%.
25% of that. So it's only by unraveling these figures. So let me not say what I wanted to say.
Say it. This morning, everybody has to say what they want to say. I beg you.
When you take,
everybody has to say what they want to say.
When you take your 5 CDs,
you ignore me.
Don't push me. I'll go myself. When you take your 5 CDs this morning, you want the best bang for your buck, as the saying goes. Go for a breakdown that can give you some more insight and more perspective as to where your money. This is your money. This is not for say to forcing. It's not his money. It's your money. So get a proper breakdown of what all of that means. For you and I, spend your 5 CDs so that you can really understand what is going on. You see, we also have 57.7 billion for interest payments, another 57.5 billion Ghana cedis for capital expenditure, 6.6 billion for foreign financing. We've got some 71 billion for domestic financing. So we also have some pretty big bills to pay.
Yeah, we'll begin to pay our renegotiated debts amongst many other things.
Exactly. Where do we take the money from? We've got to blow it on repaying our debts, fellow Ghanaians. So that is it.
Well, I think we'll get to understand in terms of revenue how much we're generating as well, because that's also very, very important. Remember, we never quite generate enough, which leads us to seeking external financing support. And that is what brought about a huge conversation as to overborrowing. That used to be a huge part of our politics and the conversation, until reality hit that everybody, because we don't raise enough revenue, is forced to borrow. And so it will be interesting, out of this 300 plus billion, how much we're raising internally, and then how much we're going to be looking out to receive funding support from to see out the completion. And then there's the communities that will come, because every year, whatever it is that you've budgeted for, there will be events that will come up which will require money to be spent on excess things. But there's 150 million cedis as well for the Black Stars of Ghana for the 2026 World Cup. That's put something on your face. But
the Black Stars.
Coach,
per the prevailing.
Must go.
My goodness.
I can't believe Sixers is still on this agenda.
Money
economic indicators, that will be roughly $9 million.
Going to be spent
being given to the Black Stars of Ghana. And this one I will just ask, how much is going to the other sporting units? It's a question that we must ask, because that was, of the many promises we were made, that is one that if you look at the sports side, you always want to ask that, okay, is it all about the Black Stars? But that's just by the way.
Like what's happening with other disciplines?
Athletics,
what are we spending on all of that?
And what have you?
But after leading us to glory, why is 6-2 still asking for Coach Otuado's head?
That is the problem with you Ghanaians. Because
you wanted results.
Because he won one match that qualified you. You are all happy.
I'm not sure it was one match he won.
How was it one match that qualified
when he made us lose to Comoros, you were all angry.
We retaliated and we defeated Comoros.
You missed out on AFCON. You were angry.
We are going to World Cup now.
You went to, which one did you go to and went and embarrass yourself? The other World Cup.
It was the AFCON. It was a previous AFCON.
We didn't even get out of
the group stage. It was AFCON, not World Cup.
So the previous AFCON, he wasn't the coach, but it was a 2022 World Cup. We didn't get out of the group stage.
And he was the one there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've accumulated all his sins, and he's not the right man.
The 10 sins of Coach Otuado.
Forgiveness.
And he's not the right man.
If you see that one on the internet, I think 6-2 is behind that particular agenda.
But because the players single-handedly and individually sacrificed to qualify us to the team.
Then 6-2 council. If you say the players single-handedly, then didn't they single-handedly lose to Comoros?
No.
How can you pick and choose when they have victory?
That would be an unfair thing.
It's not unfair because
you have an agenda. You have an agenda against
it is unfair.
How?
Check his
He's from Germany. He's from Germany.
We are in Africa. check his replacement, his
substitution
plan. He will bring on a player at a time he's not supposed to. Remove a player at the time he's not supposed to.
He's German trained. He's
at the
German
point that
trained.
Even the illiterates in football will say, this is the time for you to substitute. Our coach will say,
who are the illiterates in football again?
As in the layman can see that.
Can see even you can see that. No, this is not.
So when we win the World Cup, unless you leave here, you and Otoado, you can't stay in the same country. When we win the World Cup, when the Black Stars win the World Cup, you have to vacate. What do you mean if?
It would not be because of the strategy and tactics.
And are you ready?
Let's see if the man who has been speaking against me on this motion is the same man now casting
I had a dream that we all raised that trophy. I had a dream.
When did you have
good to dream?
What do you mean, where did I have the dream?
When?
When?
I'm not asking
Just a few days after.
This is a real dream.
A real dream.
What did you do?
And I didn't even eat a bang. Normally, it's a bang that brings those kind of nightmares.
Go and sleep again.
So you see that even you are in doubt.
I don't think.
But it's a possibility because we have the talent, we have the skill to be able to win the World Cup.
Hey, 6-2.
We just need a coach who
when we get to the final, how will you
maximize-
stay in this country? You can't stay here.
Not with Coach Otaado.
Hey,
The man himself in his targets, when he was asked his target, he said, taking you out of the group stages.
In the World
That's
Cup.
how ambitious he is.
Give him.
That's the man leading us to
Give
the
him the benefits.
World Cup.
Give him the benefits.
No.
Sometimes you have to
He's done his
under-promise
part.
and over-deliver.
No,
Under-promise
then don't promise at all.
and over-deliver. Kudus.
So, Coach Otaado, it is, we thank government for their allocation.
Yeah.
Now, money cannot be said to be the problem.
Uh-huh.
Player quality cannot be said to be the problem.
Okay.
Availability cannot be said to be. I don't think we have any of our serious guys has an injury.
But the World Cup is still 7 months away.
That's fine. But the way we are going, all of those things are not a problem. The only problem we have right now is a coach problem.
Which coach do you want to lead the Black Stars at this point?
Let's even go and beg Stephen Appiah to come and take the
No,
team.
he's busy giving Sudan.
I think you, as much as you are on this agenda, you don't.
No, it was a quick example I gave.
You don't want the best for the Black Stars.
He does want the best for Coach Otoado.
Stephen Appiah. I said Stephen Appiah. Kwesi Appiah cannot do this.
No, you said Stephen Appiah.
I keep confusing. I like
That's
Stephen
why I
Appiah. I keep confusing.
That's why I said you don't want the
but
best.
if I say Coach Stephen Appiah, you should know it's a slip.
But he's a part of the
coach.
technical team. So if you say Coach
he's not a
Stephen
coach.
But
If I say
you
Coach
guys should give
Stephen
him a
Appiah, you
try.
should know it's
Maybe
a
he can
slip.
also do something.
Oh no.
Who Stephen Appiah?
Yes.
We don't do try and error.
No, we don't. At this stage,
the World
it's
Cup, you are not going to do
no.
try and error.
No.
They've given you a
German
German-trained coach and 6
The
months
phones
still
keep
coming.
on calling.
has
They
had
keep
how
on
many
calling.
years?
Calling
How
and
many
calling.
years now?
Calls keep
to
coming and
prove
coming.
that he's German trained and he's Ghanaian.
Yes.
How many years has he been at the helm of affairs? What has changed?
What are you going to do when Coach Otoado leads us to super glory? What will you do?
I will give him his flowers. I will apologize here.
Just
and give him
flowers.
his flowers.
Well, you think,
Fellow
I'm
Ghanaians, you've
sure
heard.
that
You think he's
this
interested
will
in your
also put
flowers?
him on his toes.
I know he listens to Sunrise. Coach, morning.
Let me just read this last one before we try and begin to pick our calls. This one with the New Patriotic Party, and the story reads: a storm is brewing within the NPP as the party's General Secretary, Justin Frimpong Kodua, has issued a stern warning to the NPP Disciplinary Committee, declaring that he will resign from his position if the party fails to take decisive action against Kwame Bafo Abronye, the Bono Regional Chair, over what he describes as persistent disrespect and indiscipline. According to Asempa FM, who posted the video on Thursday, November 7, 2025, Justin Kodua's statement came during an exclusive interview where he expressed deep frustration over what he called Abronye's habitual insubordination and open insult towards senior party leaders. The General Secretary said such behavior undermines the unity and credibility of the NPP, particularly as the party prepares for the next general elections. In his own words, Justin Kodua stated firmly, "It's either Abronye leaves the party or I resign as a General Secretary. I will not preside over a party where gross disrespect is tolerated." The statement has sent shock waves through the political landscape. Do you feel the waves too?
No.
Signaling growing tensions within the NPP's top rank. At least now, for the first time, I'm reading of stern words coming from the party's leadership, because for a while, all they've done is issue statements. But now there is speech associated with the statement, and the speeches. This I can say is as emphatic as
Who is the General Secretary of the party?
Justin from Kodua.
Who is the mouthpiece of the party?
He is.
Who is the Chief Executive of the party?
He is.
So who is he asking to take action against?
The disciplinary committee.
Has he made the proper and necessary
referral
referrals?
has been made. I recall the referral was made.
You know my position on the General Secretary. His time is overdue. He should go.
The man is
so to now come and hide behind Abronye, you are part of the reason Abronye is misbehaving. You didn't take the action at the time that you needed to take the action.
He's seeking re-election, please.
So that is the point I'm making. Because you are seeking re-election, you are now trying to show some you are firm and you are no.
But he's firm. He's showing he's firm here.
Now, after the party has lost a general election so massively, the party doesn't have any
at the time,
leadership at the party level.
Everything
you have put everything on the shoulders of
a
minority leader who is now having to work as leader of the opposition, properly so called. Whether you like it or not, the burden is now on the shoulders of the minority leader.
I mean, in opposition, they have to champion the cause and ensure that the party remains
leadership
relevant.
Was strong, the kind of pressure we see on the shoulders of the minority leader, we wouldn't have been seeing, because then the leadership would come from the party, augmented by the parliamentary caucus. But you don't have leadership at the party level, and because you are seeking re-election, you are now behaving like you are firm. If you were firm, you should have shown this long ago and rein Abronye in. Abronye went insulting Kennedy Japan at a rally openly. You didn't say anything about it. If a former flag bearer and a man who is seeking to be
flag bearer hopeful.
No, a former and hopeful. Abi he was. Okay, yeah, I get your point.
Yeah.
I get your point. Thank you for the correction. So, I mean, the man has been, what's the word he used? Gross in subordination.
Yeah.
He had been like that for how many years now? And all of that under your watch as chief executive of the party. Because you are now seeking re-election, you are saying that they should deal with, who should deal with him? Who?
I'm just
He
thinking.
should just resign.
January is just around the corner. January is just around the corner.
And then we enter January.
And
I thought you were saying December.
I'm even, and then.
The mind is doing tricks.
January is right around the corner, and then.
So they're under 2 months, right?
Under 2 months.
2 months. No, okay, more than 2 months. Just a little above 2 months.
And I just think when finally a flag bearer has been elected, what is the cohesiveness going to look like? Because as of now, peace is not reigning at all. At all. And you think, what exactly is going to happen in, 2 months or just under 2 months? Well, we live to see.
We live to see. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's good to have you back as well.
Give me 1 minute to make this correction. You know,
the listeners,
I kept saying that
Sixus, if you call, say hello to Sixus because he's taking away the time. But
I kept saying that Fortune was editor of the Daily Guide newspaper.
You have to correct
that yesterday.
Yeah.
I need to correct that. So Fortune is not the editor of the Daily Guide newspaper. Fortune is editor of Daily Gist newspaper.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am corrected that Fortune has not been editor of the Daily Guide newspaper since 2019. So after Fortune, there was Yao Owusu, who was editor of the Daily Guide newspaper, and at present the editor is Jamila Akwele or Kechire. I hope so.
Right.
So I stand corrected.
Thank you very much, Sixus and Helen as well, for helping us do the news review.